So I'm looking at this love and hip hop Atlanta scene. Um, Scrappy and Bambi. He get her a puppy. And he like, come on, I go out my way to get this. And I can kind of see that she trying to still speak how she feel, but at the same time, try to be grateful or something like that. I don't know if y'all ever got into that space of somebody trying to chase after you, or in reality they're the runner, but they're trying to come into your life because they miss you and nobody else want to take them back, or whatever the case may be, or they're realizing what they've missed. But I don't really, do they actually realize it though? Do they? Or is it more so, well, damn, this woman made me feel really good. This woman that is always still with selfish tendencies. So my point here, once again, and I remember I made a video about like not being flattered by toxic ways, just because somebody blowing up your phone, pulling up on you. And that's the crazy thing. He pulled up on her. He was at her house. She was trying to pull in. She like, but she was ignoring his messages. She was doing all of that. Now, if you look fast forward in the future, she ended up having more kids by him. First one was a miscarriage, and she went through hell. So an ex is an ex for a reason. Some people be thinking, oh, God brought this person in my life. No, at the end of the day, you have free will. Your life could be better if you choose better, right? We choose to be with people. He choosing you don't mean you have to choose him, because when you chose him in the first place, he fumbled the bag. You weren't cheating. You were loyal. You know what I'm saying? It is a thing that people spread certain, like, negative comments or lies or gossip to keep y'all apart, but when it comes to it being on the other, like the other way around, sometimes it's not just jealousy and made up rumors. Sometimes you need to listen to what people are trying to tell you about that person. Some people don't try to tell you nothing, you know? But anyways, like I said, the point of making this video is to just let you know, just because it seems like a person wants you back in their life, so they try to do this and do that, at the end of the day, it's still bare minimum. Because what's top tier is not hurting me in the first place. Would you have hurt them in the first place? Did you need a second chance? Like, that's what you got to keep in mind. But how is something better going to come into your life if you allowing people who emptying out your cup coming back into your life? You steady got an empty cup and you steady pouring into them. Women specifically are natural nurturers, givers, especially the good women. You know what I'm saying? So when you're a god or a goddess, you need to connect with other gods and goddesses. Stay from around Lil Boo Boo. Stay from around the. I'm telling you, all the things. Oh, jealousy, obsession. That's not cute. That's not flattering. Because in reality, somebody who loves themselves can love you. You're dealing with people who don't even love themselves, who can't give or receive love. They hate the world. You know. Mm-mm. So 122 333. But I do feel like just pour all that energy back into yourself. See, when you block people, when you cut them off, sometimes, I'm not saying keep busy, but sometimes if you're not really indulging in filling your cup back up, whether you're doing things that you like, um, being your own independent individual, like making money for yourself, you may have this weakness that arises over you, and you let people back in who's literally not meant to be back in. But I'm telling you, when those rose colored glasses clear up, you will realize, damn, I actually don't like you how I used to like you. I actually don't love you how much. Well, actually, I feel like you always will love a person, but sometimes people push you away to the point to where you just fall out of love with them. So all I'm saying is, just because a guy tries to come back into your life, don't look at it as if, oh, they're really trying. Just because he try to gift you something don't mean anything. Flowers, puppies, rings, hell no. All right? Connect with somebody who won't hurt you, who you won't have to give another chance to. Because if you look, once again, you don't have to have chances. You know what I'm saying? So let these people receive their karma. A lot of people's karma is no longer living a life with you in it. You got to remember that you're the prize. Yes, sometimes that you may miss people and all this stuff, but I feel like God wouldn't expect anything less from you. But what you got to stop doing is self-sabotage, self-sacrificing. Pour all that energy back into yourself. SpongeBob could be significant, okay? Martial arts, all that. The number 9, completion. Some of y'all are completing things. Some of y'all, you hearing this message right when you need to hear it. Because you closing up things, ending things. Yeah, it's a wrap. Just got to be consistent. Okay? Just like your last relationship, it's a pattern somewhere. You was staying, you was giving chance after chance. I'm telling you, and you realize that you ended up breaking up with these people anyway. So it's no point in thinking, oh, God kept us around. God kept this person in my life. No, you have free will. You chose to be in that relationship for 2 more years, for 10 more years, to get married, to have, you know what I'm saying? Don't let it get to a point to where you end up having a kid by somebody that's a karmic. But hey, you can look at the kid as a blessing, a lesson, or whatever you want to look at it as. But know that if you are having kids by these people, that it doesn't matter who you have a kid by, they're not subject to fall in the footsteps as those individuals. Like, look at your parents. If you're a generational curse breaker and your mom dated somebody who wasn't really good for them, you're nothing like your father. You probably learned the lessons that your mother didn't learn, you know? So don't attach the child to that person solely. Look at it as God's child, right? But yeah, I'm going to leave y'all with that message. Bye.